chance, but it mattered.
More teammates alive if he was further off the site.
What do you think about what Hayes said about players on big NA orgs don't have time to study because they have set streaming hours? Wait, he said that? That's a thing?
From Leaf gaining control of B,
I didn't even know if teams had that. That you negotiated a bad contract. What? I don't think that's an excuse at all, bro. What? We have no set streaming hours. We just do it for fun.
They're alive. You just cannot write C9 off, not until the end of the round. And Gen G just get caught apart, not in tradable positions as well, which makes it very hard for them to make that win a reality.
On Reddit, I don't know if that's an excuse. I stream like 8 hours a day. I still prep for every team. We still practice.
This is so tough for Gen G. You're behind by so much here. At this point,
Seeing on your stream that you didn't play open qualifiers, but you lost. Any thoughts? I still stand by it.
Because we're expecting realistically like a 4-8. That's a good shot from Quinn. Just keeping.
I don't like 6-player rosters.
A little honest there. That was actually a headshot through the wall. That's why Leaf is on critical HP. And would require now a kill to be able to get that.
I'm sure that he said that because the TSM roster requires streaming or something. Consider Sentinels a tier 1 organization. In terms of like the org and how they run things, for sure. I've been on so many orgs. Mez, thanks for the prime sub. A lot of people meme about like Bugha winning World Cup Fortnite money as Sentinels or whatever, but like people don't understand that Sentinels is as investors. Big org, like they have big funding, like not just whatever they got from Bugha's Fortnite win or whatever is not even like a tiny percentage of their operating costs, I'd imagine.
Cloud9 have options. Poise on the operator though is probably not ideal, but at this stage in the game, Gen G still don't really have guns, so.
Recon Bolt reveals Poise position, trying to come in from CT now.
I mean, I'd imagine it doesn't even cover like what they got. It doesn't even cover like a fish. Thanks for 7 months prime. Like a month of their operating costs. Not even close to a month of their operating costs are on their teams.
Another successful retake to put 8 on the board. Absolute dominance displayed in map 2.
I mean, looking back on this hindsight as well, you can actually see that C9 didn't even need the Hunter Sphere. The Hunter Sphere would have been good in terms of, sorry, it was Kusta with the Hunter
You're on
Sphere.
farming right now.
I mean, they didn't even need the lockdown. They didn't need any of the extras because they just kind of ran in there so dominantly. They could have even have saved the ultimate. I think playing the lockdown is worth to bait out the Hunter Sphere because Kusta more than likely is going to try and counter. So
Ryan at BM guys, sweet. I didn't see it. That's just a common meme.
Resources, they're not going to be to use that
Leak what? I'm a bill.
Or a future take him out. I've talked about the possible post plant for so long, but it's like Kusta's never really had a chance to use it. So maybe it's a bit of a moot point anyway. Cloud9 8-1 is really just preventing Gen G from doing anything yet. Realistically, for Gen G to win from here, even if they win the next 4 rounds, we go 4-8, and they still have to make a pretty significant comeback in the second half.
That's a big ask at this point. C9, they've got the momentum, and look, everything shows that they are just playing their own game, full confidence. And again, looks like we might just see that. Is this a double setup at Heaven? Coming out for C9? I think it is. We've got
Korean.
on the operator, and then someone lurking in the corner.
So,
Relics, the sneaky bugger. All right,
Vision Strikers is undefeated.
That's actually a little
I think
dangerous.
that
A lot of teams
when you're in a region like that,
they can both get spam, poise, or dash away,
it's impossible to get better, man. You learn from your losses. Every time we lost a match, we got better from it. We learned from it. Every single time. How do you know what's not working? You don't lose. The more competitive teams are, different styles, the more you get exploited in certain maps and whatever, and you experiment with comps, the more little details matter in this game. So a team in a region being so undefeated, like, it limits how good they could be, in my opinion. Lose maps, they just won sets? Yeah, but still though.
We talked about the setup where, like, okay, yeah, Poise and Relics are going to do this thing behind the box, and Relics doesn't. There's no fruit bearing from that. He just dies. I don't know how he dies. This was actually pretty huge. I mean, I think Kusta just collecting that one. Peace of mind knowing that they had the flank covered, and then the rest of Gen G piling on in. GMD in particular getting some very necessary kills. to put GENG onto their second round. And for
Arena.
Sean, his first kill, by the way, finally.
Both
Sean's
teams
on the
running
board.
arena.
Kusta holding on to the recon bolt for just an extra second. Slow approach as GENG go for the default. And a late take at mid. C9 as well, nothing super aggressive, but we did see a early triple.
Don't know about their
setup
scrims. They could easily
43
still be learning. Well,
before this rotation came.
I have competed for like 5 years in pro esports,
Leaf
and I
as well.
understand the impact
Starting to
scrims and
get
matches
pretty
have.
interested with what's going
and how
on
you
at
learn
mid.
as a
He's doing
team.
this for free.
I'm just giving my
Whereas mid
opinion.
loves to flank. Cause a bit of chaos in the back lines.
It's going to help, though. I think typically you'd want another player in market, somewhere to assist. Because this drone, if Kusta checks right,
Oh,
yep, he checks right. There we go. Leaf's in a lot of trouble now. Leaf probably goes down here. That's going to be the 5v4, and this is why you would want to have a buddy there. If there was a person playing market, they kill the drone and Leaf survives.
just backing himself off the back of maybe some timing, hoping that corner in particular wasn't cleared by the drone. But again, at that point, you just have to fight your way out, which is Leaf is usually good at. This time, though, caught out as GENG are at the ready. They need these rounds. So much pressure on their shoulders as it looks like they're about to send it into the B site. But it's so set up. Mitch, is he going to be able to hold this time in?
GENG loses this. 4 out of 8 teams from Master 1s aren't in the close.
Side, back of sight now, finally spotted. That's the info needed. Quinn, can he deal with it? It's actually going to be Relics there coming in on the back of sight. Not quite spotted just yet. And Relics, his main job is to stop this bomb from being planted, just causing so much of a nuisance. Bomb on the ground, and there is no
I'm telling
chance
you
GENG
about my
just
argument.
need to survive.
My
That's
argument, my
exactly
opinion
what
on
they're
this.
gonna do. 9 secured here. We go into the final round of the half. Can GENG find themselves?
Think about it, dude. Even GENG, man.
Holy, 9 and 2 here. That
Galen,
was
thanks for 2 months prime.
GENG could have definitely have done
Yeah, it's been
a lot,
insane.
considering they got Leaf early, 5v4. Relics
GENG
then
looked
used the
so
flash out
fucking
to the
good.
back to help out Mitch. I think that was
During
a great
Masters.
TP play from Relics. Actually, the two of them working together really prevents, I think, GENG from...
Actually,
getting
XC9
Cloud9
Valorant.
getting
I'm
yourself
XC9
more
CSGO.
first. Cloud9 eventually gets that retake in.
Oh, Mikey, we
There
lost
is
our match
no
yesterday.
plant. The time runs out, and Cloud9 are on their way to Challenger's main event. GENG down in the dumps here. Only 2 rounds.
All of us
to
too. We
go.
went undefeated in Masters. I'm telling you, man. All these teams are doing good. There's so much footage on them. It's the same patch, and you can't reinvent yourself in a week, man.
That C9 aggression straight through B main.
Now, all
3
these
players
teams that have been
running
sitting
it
around
down,
for
making
months
2
because they
kills
couldn't make
already
it through
for them.
challengers,
And then the A side
for
player goes to the
months,
back away, happy to
just
play for retake.
watching these
He's
teams
spotted
play
at mid, he goes down
and
as
preparing
well.
for
It's
this
going
open
from bad
qualifier.
to worse for GENG, and they're still not in sight. C9, all players have ran towards the A side. Avril, they're not getting given any single room to breathe.
They can at least plant here. I think they'll be able to
Does
do
NBA
so.
champions go through
Second,
playoffs?
the
That's the
smoke is
counter
gonna
argument I
come
heard.
down,
Yeah, I said that's the dumbest
Cloud9
counter argument in the
smoke,
history of
which
gaming because the
helps
playoffs
out
is a
GENG,
year
so,
after.
question marks, Relics, not too sure
After an
about
off season and a full season and roster changes. This is 1 week.
Possible. Look, Cloud9 have so many
Cash,
more members.
thanks for the 9
Tried
months.
Kusa post plant before, but he's caught. He's low. There's 2 members above him. He's revealed his position, and his time is limited.
There's a large possibility there. You could see when the shock dart connected, he was looking for that wall bang through the floor. And he almost connected, but alas, Mitch was at the ready, stopping him from coming out from hell there. And what do you know? 10-2, C9 already with the map advantage, and it's looking pretty bad for GENG right now.
2 rounds in a single half, and one of them was due to the fact that it was a round 3 gun round where you were going to have the advantage anyway. So
Why
the
did you say
only,
open
like,
qualifiers
I
were a
would
joke
say,
and you shouldn't have to play in
proper
them?
round post round 3 here is, what is that, round number 10? And I'm
The first 2
struggling to
matches, the
remember
first day we
exactly
played,
remember how
were
they
like
won that. It just feels
13-1
like it's-
stomps.
It's so few and far in between. I'm trying to figure out.
It's a waste
for
of time.
GENG, like where can we get anything done here?
I didn't say open qualifiers are a joke,
Cloud9 have just got it locked down across the board.
but there needs to be some retaining, like,
Okay, glimmer of hope. GENG, let's say, extremely good.
good luck in your
CT
next
sided
open
team.
qualifier,
So
bro.
on the defense here, you know, fresh slate. They just have to win 11 rounds in a row to
just
get
have
the
to,
W
just
in
have to win
regulation.
forehead.
Yeah, just have to win forehead. Easy, right? No, but all things considered, C9, they've put themselves in a winning position. Let's see how they go on the attack as we jump into the second pistol.
got annoyed by all the people saying, why are you disrespecting in the qualifier?
Check a couple of corners. Yep,
That's
no one's there.
part of the reason I was just
Now,
pissed off all these kids saying, like, why are you disrespecting?
smoked over.
Like, we're just
Threat
having
contact
fun.
with Kusta, who
Like, go
gets
cry.
straight for one. Double up coming
Cry
through
is
for the
free.
rest as well for GENG. That's Quinn on the backside.
We changed our crosshairs. Does that bother you?
Paranoia comes through nice and late there, and it is going to be the calculated push back in through a main, dealing with the numbers. GMD already on site, but not for long. Mitch deals with him nicely. Sean as well. Cannot get any work done with the Ghost. And Kale coming out late.
Yeah, I just ate.
And is able to trade for one, but again, another round for C9.
No
which
fun.
makes this job that
No
Gen
troll,
G
no
might
entertainment,
call
no
themselves
fun.
a
This is
little bit harder.
serious.
I think they force here. I think if GENG allow Cloud9 to get 12, it's done. There's no way. 2 to 12.
Electrified, thanks for the
would
prime
be
sub.
One of the biggest comebacks ever in like a top level professional Valorant. Like I casted a version 1.11 comeback, and that was already insane. That
You're
is
getting
so rare
paid
that I don't
as a
think I've
pro
ever seen that
though.
before. 2 and 10 on the half to then give the pistol away.
Yeah.
I think it would have been required for GENG
Hell
to
yeah.
win that pistol, and now it's like, is the rest of this just a formality?
It seems that way, but look, there is 2 Buckies alive in the server right now, and we know what could
Sure.
happen. So it's anything. Anything is the answer. Anything could happen right now. And we are going to see C9 keep it slow, expecting Gen G to overextend or just get aggressive for some info, because, look, they are grasping at straws at the moment.
Oh boy. And they have absolutely brought down. There's not a lot of money left. This needs to work out for GENG. I don't know if they want to get aggressive here. They're using a lot of youth. That's Paranoia gone. I mean,
Yeah.
most of their flashes. Is there even another layer left? Because consider that GENG don't have the money, so they might not have been buying up. One would get a kill into Relics. That's a decent start. Another 5v4.
I keep forgetting I'm in cosplay. So you guys say something.
They've been in 5v4s before, and they haven't won.
Let's see what they can do. There is a bit of a stack over towards the A site, and that's where
Harmful, I heard you fell
heading
asleep.
straight into this.
Mid-ranked.
GMD as well. Giggling, looking to draw as much attention as possible. Cruise to close range with the frenzy. Gets one. GMD goes aggressive to look to trade. And Sean swings in from mid. There's the answer. Gen G get it done. The Buckies, good for a couple. Pistols as well, very strong at those close range. So Gen G putting themselves in.
They watch this in Urdu? How would I even say that?
Out wonderfully for them.
That's important because
Yeah,
now it
Deco?
forces Cloud9
I'm kidding.
onto an eco. And I think if GENG didn't force that last round, and they put Cloud9 onto
Thanks,
12,
Giron.
which would then require GENG to play perfectly for the rest
Bless,
of the
thanks for
entire
the tier
half,
1.
it's not doable. And Cloud9 would still have more to work, because that would have also been the Cloud9 bonus. So even that 4th round, it's not like guaranteed. Here, at least, I think GENG can get a bit of momentum. You see them buying up some further guns. They're still keeping a couple of Buckies, got some money in the bank.
That's Hindi. You don't know Urdu, and Hindi is the same shit, really.
To win this round, so GENG have a little bit of wiggle room.
Early bolts going both ways. Shock darts.
NG finds a way.
So we are going to see C9 look to go for an A split again.
It was good. I got out of bed at like 4 p.m. Oh,
See them in, looking to creep up Cat.
poking in the
Back
loss.
towards A main. But again, 3-man presence over towards the A site for Gen G. So C9 looks
Yeah, whatever. Love,
past
thank
the
you.
Vandals here, certainly not. Quinn happily holding
It's good flash.
that as well. Oh, it's actually the recon bolt. Paranoia forcing them back for the moment. Relics super low. GMD as well with the Bulldog just going for the scoped approach. Couple of little bursts. Poise, good for one. Thought he might have had the second, but Gen G now looking good. 3-on-1. Zeta has the time to play with, but at the same time, it's going to be so hard for him to commit to this plant. Not allowed to get it down. No extra financial bonus. There you go. Gen G 3 alive at the end. Ooh.
Actually, with the cosplay, I know.
I'm not
It took
gonna
me
say
like
it's real.
30 minutes to put on, and then another 30 minutes to decide if I really wanted to go live with the
I
song.
was about to say they have to win this
It
round.
didn't come with a
Really,
knife for some
I'm gonna be
reason.
repeating that for every other round that we see here. Like
Yes.
every round is they have to win this round, really. But in terms of economy and momentum, because we're starting to get into ultimates now, you're starting to see the first ultimates of the half come through with Quinn looking at Blaze Storm. Santa has Hunter's Fury as well. As we get into more and more ultimates, you need Gen G at the forefront of that. You need Gen G getting the ultimates earlier. You need to maintain the guns. You need to put Cloud9.
I can't do the kitchen knives. I don't want to risk getting banned.
For Gen G to realistically make a comeback, and this is not some fantasy, for them to actually do it, they have to kind of dominate these rounds and really ruin the economy of Cloud9.
They know that Zeta was in the corner, and Zeta manages to fight his way out for the double kill. That's absolutely insane that he's even allowed to do that. Gen G hit back with 2 of their own to bring it to the 3-on-3. The site's being found by C9, getting the spike planted. They've even dropped the lock.
Order the costume online.
Just to buy some extra
That could
time.
be it.
Leaf goes on
The
the aggressive.
fuck?
This man's absolutely insane to be going for those plays, but he makes it work over and over. And again now, they've got the man advantage.
Yeah, 2 versus 3. You'll wait out the lockdown, that's fine, but it's 7 HP on Kusta, I believe. So, I mean, that's it. Gimon was, you know, one of your other high HP players. If it goes down, a 3v3 is fine. If Gimon wins that, it's a 3v2. That's fine as well. But this situation looks chalked for GENG. I think Cloud9 have got it. And there it is. GENG.
There you go.
Oh, 12 has been confirmed.
Match point.
C9 find the lineup. And what do you know? 1 round away from the upset. C9 finally finding the answer and looking good on the first 2 maps. GENG now having to play for overtime, having to string 8 rounds back to back if they want to stay alive in the tournament. And then they got to do it on another map as well. But C9, can they find this 1 round necessary?
Odds are heavily stacked in their favor. Still holding on to Undisputed as well. So if Cloud9 get into a single post plant where they have numbers available, better gets offside. That's going to be rough, but a brilliant headshot from Huynh is definitely going to put a hamper in those plans. So a GENG 5v4. We've been here before, Mac. GENG got to convert this into more numbers.
Well, off the back of the man advantage, sometimes aggression isn't key, but Sean certainly tempting fate there, pushing in solo. There's that alarm bot on the ground as well, so Mitch looking to play off the back of that. You don't want to go vulnerable, not in these positions. Sean, he's just waiting, happy to fall back around the corner, but that's the info he was looking for. However, spike in the hands of C9, looking like it's going to start to make its way up cat, as Mitch is hoping to draw some rotations with this presence towards B.
Good for them to try something over towards. I mean, yeah, they'll have kept a couple members of GENG interested in B.
Dude, actually insane.
It does look like maybe Sean will check over into mid as well. I don't know if he has got the confidence to do so just yet. And as things have slowed down and quietened down, I mean, look at where GENG are going. They're actually slowly shifting off towards A. The paranoia is going to really put a bit of a damper on Cloud9 with an extra kill into poise. The spike on the floor now. GENG can still get this round.
This is such a rough position for Kusta to be in, but he is making it work wonderfully. Swing in as well. GMD looking to hold short. Oh, they both whipped a couple of shots, but look, the time, it's ticking down. There's going to be no time to plant for GENG. C9.
Guys nodded today. What happened? What's going on in chat?
GENG. They get one more. They get one more.
Look at the money. Let's see.
Dragonite, yeah.
Can they barely afford? Leaf is going
I'll talk to people. What are people saying?
They can ult this round as well, but what about everyone else? If you buy armor, you're probably not going to have a gun. I mean, Relics are screwed. Look at his cash. Nothing there to play with. So Leaf sells. C9 being forced to eco. This is GENG still pulling through. I mean, you got more of these. You have to keep forcing Cloud9 into ecos. The momentum, snowballing in GENG's way can do it for them. But one mistake, one misstep from GENG, Cloud9 pounce, and they get the 13.
Every round that GENG acquires is another sigh of
like
relief.
that.
And that is not a good way to start. And the sigh of relief turns into a sigh of, that's actually happened. Zeta as well, dropping the drone in, looking to get as much info up through mid, allowing poise.
I read up a tweet.
But he gets tagged there. Recon Bolt coming in at the right time from Kusta. Can't land the spam. Everything slows back.
Shaz on screen and on cam. God damn it. Just say top 3 for Masters eliminating the open qualifiers if it happens. I'm sure it's gonna happen. There's no way. All these teams get to watch Masters VODs and play the same patch 2 weeks later. Should have been more time between Masters and Open, or
mega early. We'll get a pick on the Leaf, which is so good, but Poise returns the favor.
There you go, Hunter's Fury acquiring the kill onto Leaf as well. But with 40 seconds, you can see C9. They're starting to reroute slowly but surely back towards the A side as well. The jump up over the top, there was the info that Mikhail went back to site, and they seem to believe that the numbers were stacked from GENG. Huynh just needs to hold control of heaven here.
I'm gonna go at the part. I don't care, bro.
Slows down. You see the recon bolt about to come out. This is the last ditch effort. They don't have the numbers either. C9, they are on the eco.
Advanced tweeted with that, the champions and runners-up of Masters don't qualify through the first round of CHG VCT. I told you 2021 will be crazy for up-and-coming teams. You think in 2 weeks these teams just got insane, and that we just became shit?
Much to do for him, but he's making it happen. Finding 2 already, 2
My
more
God.
to go. 1 at Gen, 1 all the way back on site. Hunter's Fury's being used. There's an opportunity here. Huynh tapping is not able to get the half tick. That's the game. C9, they've done it. Relics, he's gone down. Huynh gets away with the consolation prize of a 4K, but C9 take the series 13-5, 2-0. There you go. GENG couldn't get a map, and C9 played insane.
And that is going to be the story of Stage 2, writ large as well. The sun has set on Stage 1. We found our winners. We knew who our good teams from Masters were going to be. It's a new day, new tournament, new qualifier, a new stage where 3 new teams are going to get their shot at challenges. Our top 3 from Masters literally ranked.
Debating on
Number
this.
1, number 2, number
I
3.
tweet
Your
this.
grand finals champion, your runner-up, and your third
Are all the
place
games
team
on?
from Masters all eliminated.